What is up, everybody? How we doing? Welcome. I want to make this video for people who maybe struggled with getting the results that they want to get from something. They like, let's say that they want to start working out, they want to start pursuing like a different type of career, anything. Like when you step into something and but you don't get the results that you want. I want to just talk about maybe a reason of why that is, and what I see with a lot of people. And a lot of times, the reason that I think that people aren't getting the results that they want out of things is because they half-ass almost everything they do. And I think that the reason of why people half-ass the shit that they do is because they're too scared to commit to something completely 100%, just fully give themselves into something. They stand on the edge of 1 foot in, 1 foot out because they want to kind of play it safe. They're scared to commit because what if they commit to something and it doesn't ultimately work out? And now it's like they put in all this work for one thing, but it didn't work out the way that they wanted to, and now they're completely stuck. A lot of people want to play like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They want to like work half on this. So if it doesn't work out, it's okay because I was working half on this. But you're never ever, in my opinion personally, really going to get the results that you're looking for if that's the way that you go about things. If it's always 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like does it make sense of how you can reap the full benefits, the full results out of something if you don't fully commit to it? And we'll dive into that. Um, and then a lot of times what happens is people just end up quitting because they don't get the results that they wanted, that they thought out, that they sought were that they saw after. They do something, they're half-ass in, they're half foot, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, giving something 50% of their time, and they don't get the results they want, and then they quit because they don't get the results they want. It sounds like and I know a lot of people maybe have gone through. I know, and I'm speaking on this because this was me. This to a huge degree. Oh my God, if you guys have followed me for the past 4 or 5 years, you've seen how many things that I've tried that I've quit because I didn't fully give it my 100%. So that's why I feel like this is going to be a helpful talk for a lot of people because this is like almost me just speaking to myself like a couple years ago. If I had to say some words of like, man, this is why things kind of maybe sometimes don't work out for you, Mike, because you don't give 100% of your effort, of your time, of your commitment. Most importantly, commitment. Because when you're giving 100%, you're committed to something. And when you commit to something, you make a stake and a claim that says, no fucking matter what, I'm making this shit happen. So let's dive into that. The goal of this video, man, is I just kind of want anyone who may be struggling with this stuff, maybe they know like you got to be aware in these types of situations, and you have to be not, or you can't be afraid to be honest with yourself. Don't be afraid to be honest with yourself. That is like probably the best form of self-love that you can do for yourself is to sit there and sit back and look in the mirror and say, man, in all honesty, I'm not giving it 100% in what I do. I am scared to commit to something. And this is why I always quit the things that I start is because I don't commit and I don't get the results. And then from right there, that's really powerful. Being able to come to that conclusion and say like, yeah, that is me, but it's not going to be anymore. I want to change that. So I just want to help. The goal of this video is to help with that little mindset shift that everyone is capable of. Everyone can do it. Everyone can give 100% to what they want to do so they can get 100% of the results that they want to get. Um, so yeah, let's get right into it. So a lot of the times that I see people, why they're not getting the results or why I think, well, from my past experience of why I wasn't getting the results that I was looking for in a lot of different aspects in life is because I was doing so many things 50%, 50%. I was scared to commit to something. Exactly like kind of what I was saying earlier in that video is because I was so scared to commit fully 100% to something because I was on that in the back of my mind I thought like, man, if I commit 100% to this, like what if it doesn't work out? And then I just wasted all this time, all this energy, all these resources to something that it's not working. It's not working. That is a scary thing to process because I will say right now, even when you give like a talk I did the other day, you you got to be able to accept and live like in the same batter's box you're trying to hit a home run, and you have to be able to step into that batter's box willingly and knowingly. Like there's a good chance that you can strike out. So even with giving 100%, I'm not saying you're going to get guaranteed results. Like sometimes things just don't work out, but I think you'll sleep a lot better and have a lot more um, respect for yourself, being able to walk away from something saying like, hey man, I gave it my fucking everything. And that's just the way that you should operate. I think that everyone should operate. You shouldn't half-ass things in life, like, because that's just like a detriment to your character, and of I just don't want to be known as that person. I don't think that you should too. Like, you should be known as a person that when you get involved in something and when you do something, people know that they can, you know, account on you because you give 100%. You pay attention to details. So that's one thing. And see, the problem is when we don't make a stake, we don't commit, we don't claim that, like, hey, this is the commitment I'm gonna make and I'm gonna give 100% to something. Like what I was always doing was half-assing the shit, right? And then you half-ass it, you don't give your full energy, you don't get the results, right? So you're working at something, and then like one of the things that's really ironic in this time is you get like the sense of entitlement. You feel entitled to the results because you're like, oh, I'm working a little bit at it. I'm giving some effort. Where are the results that I'm supposed to be getting? And you get this sense of entitlement where it's like, no, 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 no. This is not how it works. This isn't how it works. Right now, you're paying your dues. So then I stick this half-ass type of work ethic towards what I'm doing. I don't get the results. And then when I didn't get the results, it would make me quit. I would just quit what I'm doing and say, hey, this isn't working. This isn't for me. I'm done with this shit. And the thing is like, yeah, I mean, I'd quit. I quit too if I've never committed to something in my life and wasn't going to give it 100%. And like the mindset that I'm in now is like, I try to give, I not try, I do give 100% to every single thing that I do. Everything, these videos, my workouts, my work days, my time with family, I give 100% to the things that I do. And it's because in the first mind, if I sit there and I'm making a decision to do something, if I don't want to give my 100% to it, why am I going to do it in the first place? That's just a thought for me as well too that I've been thinking. If I'm scared to commit and do something about this and make a change and make a commitment, why am I going to do this in the first place? And a lot of the times you want you have I'll get back to that. But yeah, I probably wouldn't do it in the first place. So the first problem is you're scared to commit to something, so that's why you don't get the result that you want. We understand that. And then the other problem and the other side of the spectrum is that is just too many people are just okay with good enough. I hear this shit all the time. I'm like, oh, did you get the stuff done that you needed to at work? Yeah, it was good. It was good enough. Or how was your workout today? Like, did you get it in? Oh, it was good enough. All right, and like I don't necessarily ask people these things. Like I know this because I have been there. Like when you do workouts, when you do work, when you do things that you know that you need to get done, but maybe you don't want to do them. You do something and you just half-ass it. You just do something good enough. It's good enough. Wash the car, missed a couple spots. It's good enough. Did you do your work? Yeah, I did my work. I maybe had like a couple errors. Maybe the boss won't find it. It's good enough. Did you do the workout? Yeah, but I didn't do the full sets and the reps and everything, but it was good enough. I can I can relate to that so well, and I know a lot of people can relate to that so well of just saying it's just good enough. What we did is just good enough. But it's not. Like the mindset that we got to get out of is like the things that you do should matter in every single facet of your life. Everything deserves 100%. Because the way that I want to live and do my life is I want to do things with purpose, with intention behind them. Like I don't want to do shit that isn't meaningful to me. Like, and don't take that the wrong way. You have to do work that sometimes sucks to get the result of the meaning that you want. So just because something's hard and it's not fun doesn't mean that you don't get to not do it. Yes, you still have to do those things, but my what I'm trying to get you to understand is that the things that you are doing every single day have purpose and that you shouldn't be accepting good enough in any of those things in your life. When you're spending time with your spouse, you shouldn't just say, oh, we're spending time, we're sitting down watching a movie, but we're both on our phones not communicating. It's good enough. It's good enough. I don't want good enough. I want fucking amazing. I want fucking fantastic. I want off the charts. Like, this is great. This is amazing. And that doesn't come from doing things half-assed and just doing it so it's good enough. Because the fact of the matter is you don't know if something's good enough until the time comes to where you're going to know if it's good enough. Like when you've done that paper or when you've done that project or assignment that your boss needed you to do, that you cut a little bit of corners on because you got lazy and you said, yeah, this is good enough. And now the time is when your boss has called you into the office to go over that project, and then they find and start drilling you because what you thought was good enough isn't the fucking standard that they were looking for. And if you would have just spent the extra 10, 15, 1 hour making it perfect, you wouldn't put yourself in shitty situations. Like, I think that we all just got to get in that mindset and of just not accepting things that are good enough. Like, make it a habit. And this doesn't mean that you need to be a millionaire, business, successful person and stuff like this. This is about the little things, man. Showing up for your coworkers and for your boss, showing up for yourself in the gym, showing up for your family when you spend time with them. Just giving all those little things 100% of your commitment. Not just saying they're good enough, but giving your full, great excellence to them. So that when you walk away from what you just done, it doesn't eat you inside. Because sometimes, and maybe this isn't everyone, but I know for me, because I have a heavy conscience on my mind, man. Like, it's really hard for me to accept, like, it was just good enough. That shit eats me inside a lot. And when I walk away from that and I look myself in the mirror, I think, man, what the fuck? What was that? Why did you do that? Why are you giving half-ass? And it eats at me inside and it doesn't make me feel good and it gives me anxiety and it makes me, so I just can't do that. But for you, giving 100%, it's just part of the character that should be that I think that every person should hold. It's just that what you do, you give 100% to. So that it maybe yeah, back to like the talk of the whole essence of this is a lot of the times you're not getting the results that you're wanting out of life is because one, you're too scared to commit to something. And when you're too scared to commit, you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you're giving 50% effort, and that 50% effort just ain't gonna fucking cut it today. There's people working harder than you. There's people that are giving 100% and plus some more. So how are you ever gonna get the results that you see them getting that you want for yourself, but you're not putting in the fucking work that they are? The second is don't accept good enough in your life in any aspect anymore. Don't accept good enough in your relationships with people, with your spouse, with your family, with your close friends. Know the people to put your energy towards, but don't accept good enough in relationships. Don't even expect good enough in your relationship with yourself. Get to a good spot. I read a couple pages out of the book. I know I need some help and I should stop drinking to run away from this stuff, but it's good enough, man. I did some stuff earlier today. No, do the hard work. Get good with yourself, man. Have a fucking amazing relationship with yourself. With work, why do you want to just do something that's good enough? How does that fuel you? How is that going to take you to the next level in what you're doing with work? You want to make more money? You want to have more status with the company? You want to take on more roles and more leadership? How the fuck is good enough going to get you there? Get out of that. With every aspect in your life, man, just take good enough out. You do things and you do it when the fucking job is done and it's done perfectly and full in detail. So those are the two things that I believe that are holding a lot of people back from getting the results that they want out of life. And I just hope that this video helps you to understand that mentally. And if this has been you, it's okay. This isn't me like bagging you. I was that person. I just don't want to be that person anymore. And I make a decision that I'm not going to be that person. And hopefully that this video helps you to make that decision for yourself as well. To say, hey, I'm not doing this shit anymore, man. I'm getting what's mine because I'm going to give my full 100% effort. And I'm going to make sure that the things that I do are done to a T with detail and intention and purpose and accuracy. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video, man. My name is Mike. Whole purpose of this channel is I want people to come here and feel good about themselves. Like, we all have struggles that we're dealing with. We all have things mentally that we're dealing with. I want you guys to be able to watch these videos and feel, hey, man, I understand exactly where you are in life. I relate to that. Let's all grow together. Let's all get better together. I'm not better than you. That's not what I want these videos to feel like. I want you to know I'm there with you and that we can all grow together. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching.